To winterize or not to winterize? That's the real question. Anyways, let's get into it. Every time I come to get something in the garage, that just gives me a certain type of feeling, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, you're too young to be watching this channel anyways. So to start off with, I've always winterized the bikes. I always get them on a lift. You do the fogging of the motor, stabilizer in the gas tank. Did I say lift them up? I always have them lifted off for the wheels. This year with 3, I only have the 2 lifts. Been thinking about getting another one, but I don't know. But anyways, the point of this video is I went down a rabbit hole. I started looking up motorcycle tires and to see how good they handle in like cold weather. Because I know car tires, they say anything below 7 degrees Celsius, I don't know what it is Fahrenheit, like 40 something, they start losing traction. So you should put your winter tires on at that time. So I went in looking to see if there's any type of information similar to that on the internet. Never found anything really about it. However, I did find they do offer, there is one company out there, I forget the name of it. I'll list the video I found about this company, but there is a company that does actually make winter motorcycle tires. However, they do not have that triangle winter mark. So if you're in a place like Quebec, for anyone watching from the States, the province of Quebec, they actually mandate that you have to have to use winter tires from December 1st to like March 1st. You have to have them on and it has to have that triangle on it. These motorcycle tires don't have them, so you wouldn't be able to use them in a province like Quebec. I don't know if there's any other regions around the world that actually have that as a stipulation, but I do know you won't be able to use them there. Anyway, so I went through that. I never found anything saying yay or nay. The only thing I found was motorcycle tires do heat up a lot quicker than car tires, so they do start gaining their grip back a lot quicker because they do warm up a lot quicker. So from that, I found a guy, I'll link his video down, about staying warm riding in the winter. Now he's from Brooklyn because his name's like FXDL Brooklyn or something like that. So it would be a lot different than where I'm riding here because, you're in a city, a lot more car traffic, a lot more radiant heat from people walking, cars, anything underground, subways and stuff like that. Here where I live, it's more country, so I'm more worried about, those nice, just above zero weather, things start melting, running on the road, and then it gets into the shade and turns to ice. That's where I'm more worried about. So I do tend to stay more on major roads instead of the back roads that I do like to ride around where I live. And then from there, I actually found Fortnine, the wealth of knowledge Fortnine is. I'll link that video down below as well. And he talks about winterizing your bikes. And he goes over and does the whole thing. But then he says, you do all of that. However, just ride them. Because it is good for the bikes to be out. And you only have to actually ride them every 3 weeks. So what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be take one bike 1 week, next bike. That way I don't have to like take them all out on one day. If it's a nice day, I'll do. But that's what I'll do is I'm going to try it this year, see how it works. Hopefully I stay warm because he also does mention about how it's better for the battery even because leaving it on a charger, a trickle charge and keeping it at full power is not good for the battery. Now I do have 2 different ones. I do have a Motomaster one that's like your Craftsman in the States as well as a Noco. Oh no, this is a Motomaster one as well. Maybe I have 3. I swear I bought a Noco one. But anyways, these are both Motomaster ones. They're both smart chargers. So they're supposed to, bring it down and do, I don't know. They're supposed to be smart ones. I don't know how smart they actually are. I'm not smart enough to figure out whether they work well or not. But apparently using the battery is a lot better, and only having to do it once every 3 weeks. And you do have to go for about a half hour. So I'm going to be trying to stay warm. The Roadmaster obviously is going to be pretty easy to stay warm on. A lot of wind protection. That's the main thing I found anytime I've gone out in cold, is as long as you get the wind off you, you're going to be able to stay warmer longer. The only thing is the handle guards, or the handles, are outside of the wind protection. It does have heated grips. However, the gloves I have aren't the greatest. I might have some winter gloves somewhere, but I'll have to find them. So I do have the Memphis Shades covers. I hate the way they look, but I could put them on that, and the Sport Glide. Sport Glide, I'm going to put the windscreen on to get the wind off of me. Legs are another story. Don't have to worry about it on the Roadmaster. Here are going to be a little bit colder. I do have insulated jeans that I'm going to wear, so that should keep me warm. And then a balaclava and stuff like that underneath the helmet. I mean, when I was younger, I used to ride snowmobiles, so I shouldn't be too bad. However, you know, the cold doesn't seem to affect you when you're younger. Now, the oddball one out is the Scram 411. No wind protection whatsoever. However, I'm going to try something different with that. I do have hand guards for it, but my daughter hates them, so I've taken them off. But what I'm going to actually do with that bike is, there's a big parking lot down at the end of our subdivision that they close for the winter, but you can access it if you're a hooligan like I'm going to become, and I'm gonna rip around down there. So wind isn't going to be that big of a big deal, because I am going to be going relatively slow. That, and I'm probably going to get it stuck, and having to push it out is going to make me sweat like 10 men. But yeah, so I'm not so worried about that one either. The weather we have down here, we actually do have snow right now. Roads are a little clean right now, and it's hovering around 0. So I am going to try to go out today. I think I'm going to start with the Scram 411. I'm still going to raise them up. These two anyways. The Scram I'm not as concerned with. I do have a jerry can that I'm going to put the fuel stabilizer in, so I'll top them up every time I bring them back, clean them off as best I can, to make sure, you know, there's no salt or anything on them. And yeah, I'm going to try not winterizing my bikes this year. So yeah, winterize or not to winterize? It wasn't too bad. Actually, it was the coldest on that one, even though I was going the slowest. The Harley wasn't too bad, just my legs. That I didn't even feel anything. I had my visor up the whole time. But yeah, are you guys winterizing this year, or are you gonna try riding? I'm gonna try riding. Anyways, until next time, later.